Professional athletes become athletes because, well, they love the sport. And there's nothing like having a job where you're paid to do something you love. But as we've seen before, some athletes take money over what's best for their actual careers. I'm Justin Fraction, and today we present you with the 10 most money-thirsty athletes. And a big shout out to Dillon Riedmiller for suggesting this list. We do hope you enjoy it, and if you do, feel free to click subscribe down below for more cool videos every single day. Number 10, Darrelle Revis. Revis will go down as one of the top 5 greatest cornerbacks to ever live. Unfortunately, near the tail end of his career, he was more about the money. For example, instead of staying with the New York Jets, he got traded to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and signed a 6-year, $96 million contract, even though the Bucs' defense did not fit his style. Revis headed to the New England Patriots in 2014, won a Super Bowl, then opted to go back to the Jets on a 5-year, $70 million deal. Yep, instead of signing with a contender, he took all the money to play for the lowly Jets. That's also the reason he left them in the first place, for more money. Number 9, Dwight Howard. After years as one of the NBA's premier players with the Orlando Magic, Howard was traded to the LA Lakers, forming a super team with Kobe Bryant and Steve Nash. After a disappointing season, Bryant tried pushing Howard to stick with the Lakers, while training him to become the next legend in LA. That was a tough offer to refuse, but Howard joined the Houston Rockets on a 4-year deal worth $87.5 million instead. And yeah, he flopped there. He went to the Atlanta Hawks on a 3-year, $70.5 million deal after that. Seriously, he just wants money. Number 8, Alex Rodriguez. So instead of sticking with the championship-contending Seattle Mariners, A-Rod joined the lowly Texas Rangers on a 10-year deal worth $252 million in 2001. A-Rod joined the New York Yankees in 2004, and after a remarkable tenure there, he opted out of his contract and demanded more cash. So, of course, the Yankees complied and gave him $275 million for the next 10 years. Talk about money, power, and the hunger for both. Number 7, Emmanuel Adebayor. Adebayor was a superstar with Arsenal, but later went to Manchester City on a reported €25 million transfer. He then bounced around in Spain before signing with Tottenham. Adebayor did all this moving around despite being a star in both Arsenal and Manchester City. When you bounce around that much, you're clearly just going for the money. Most of us can only dream of playing for a model organization like Arsenal or Man City, not leave them because of the money. Number 6, Dave Bolland. Bolland won a pair of Stanley Cups with the Chicago Blackhawks, but they shipped him to the Toronto Maple Leafs in 2013 due to salary cap constraints. Bolland was a sought-after free agent in 2014, and he had the chance to join a legitimate contender. Of course, he signed with the struggling Florida Panthers on a 5-year, $27.5 million contract. Like who wants to play for Florida? Probably somebody who wants to make more money and pay lower taxes. To the surprise of no one, his career has gone way downhill since entering the Sunshine State. Number 5, David Price. David Price could have picked his team. He sure loved the Toronto Blue Jays after helping them reach the 2015 American League Championship Series, and we all know he hated the Boston Red Sox. He and David Ortiz had a long personal feud stemming from the former's days in Tampa Bay. Nonetheless, Price bit the bullet and took the $217 million over 7 years, joining the team he hated while spurning the St. Louis Cardinals, who offered him a lucrative deal as well. Price also had major desires to go to St. Louis, but again, that whole money talks thing. Number 4, Zack Greinke. Greinke and Clayton Kershaw formed baseball's most dominant 1-2 pitching combo. Greinke was arguably baseball's top pitcher during his days with the Los Angeles Dodgers. He was in the midst of a 6-year deal worth $147 million, which he signed in 2012. But of course, after another strong season in 2015, he got greedy and joined the awful Arizona Diamondbacks on a 6-year deal worth $206.5 million. Greinke flopped in his first year there and is probably just wishing he kept the money he had in Los Angeles, where he was actually a great pitcher. Number 3, Carmelo Anthony. Anthony's one of the NBA's premier superstars, but he's chosen to stick with the lowly New York Knicks instead of chasing a championship. Why? Probably because they gave him a 3-year deal worth just over $64 million a few years back. Or the fact they gave him $124 million over 5 years. And this is playing on a team that doesn't come close to a championship contending. You think he's loyal, or you think he likes the money. Number 2, Robinson Cano. He was arguably the New York Yankees' top player for nearly a decade. Cano was a perennial Gold Glover and helped the team win the 2009 World Series. And yes, the Yankees always win and they always spend money. Why not stay there? Maybe because the Seattle Mariners are willing to pay way above market price. They gave Cano a 10-year contract worth $240 million. And be honest, do you think any MLB star prefers the Mariners, who always lose, or the Yankees, who signify baseball excellence? We didn't think so. Number 1, Brock Osweiler. Let me get this straight. You're trained by one of the greatest quarterbacks ever in Peyton Manning. He retires after winning Super Bowl 50, and you get the chance to become the franchise quarterback for the defending champions. But you take $72 million over 4 years with the Houston Texans instead? Come on, it was clearly all about the money for Osweiler. Don't even try to tell us otherwise. What other athletes are money thirsty? Join us in the comments below. If you liked this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps us out a ton and we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to Total Pro Sports though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.